Let's get it. City to city, state to state, we all bleed the same blood, just let me be great. Just a king about his bread, ain't no reason to hate. We got the same 24, I don't want your play.
Got Don 3, Mr. Derick Jones, Mr. El Camino Hoops. Thank you for your time today, brother. Thank you for coming through.
Appreciate
yes, sir. Yes, sir. And for those who don't know, me and Don 3 go way back on a chessboard. So it's only right that during this episode, we're about to get down on a game of chess and just chop game, man. Just chop game. Yes, sir.
Sure.
So I'll let you go ahead and get started, man. For the people who don't know who you are, give us a little bit of background about your upbringing in Oceanside.
I was born on Arthur Ave.
Neighborhood.
Arthur Ave. Which is,
Blockiana.
Very historical place in Oceanside. But I was born there, kind of moved around here and there, just parents splitting up and stuff, so moving back and forth with my pops, my moms. But a majority of my time was spent in the valley, especially like my years of importance.
Like formulating years.
High school, a little bit after high school, I was still over there. But mostly there. Lived off Oceanside Boulevard for a minute. Went to Lincoln, 6th grade.
Okay.
Bounced back to Libby, 5th grade. I actually went to Alamosa Park as a kid, but I was still living in the valley.
Okay.
And then, came back to Libby, then MLK, 7th and 8th, and then El Camino.
You getting a tour of the city, it sound like. That man, you know what I'm saying? That's dope, though. Getting exposed to different walks of life. That's right.
Yep. So, just a, real Oceansider.
Real Oceanside upbringing, sounds like.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Tell me about your game of chess. Where'd you get put on? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how many times you done text me, man. It's not cool. I gotta hear where you got it from.
Well, after I had got out of high school, I went to go with my Uncle Kev, went over to one of his boys' house, and they was playing, and I was just, curious, like, how y'all play. They taught me a little bit, and then after that, I just taught myself on YouTube University. Just videos.
School of online hard knocks.
Yep. And then, I really got good a few years ago. I had started going to this cafe in Carlsbad, Vanaka Cafe, and I would play there. Like, I would get off work before I was coaching at Palomar.
Okay.
And before practice, I would just go over there, play like 3 or 4 games, and they had some real guys in there, like some grandmasters.
Ooh.
Some guys that actually play in the Oceanside Chess Club.
Okay.
Which I never got around to because it's on Thursdays, and that kind of never worked with my schedule. But playing them just made me really good.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I remember the first time we met was actually, I'm pretty sure, at that hood day. And we got down right there at Melba. And then that's how I had heard that my pops knows your pops. And that you like so I want to tell this story for the people because it's crazy to me. You was the only Tangata Uli, you feel me, running, like I'm looking around, it's all Samoans, big red up in this month, and then you feel me, you doing your Dougie and you solid. You walking around, you know what I'm saying, like no hesitation. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about you, that when we start hanging out and getting to know each other, that you good on both sides.
Right.
And that's something that I want to touch on, man. Like, tell me
Yeah.
about how long that, or like how that happened, because I know, but the people got to know. You know what I'm saying?
So growing up on Arthur Ave, my pops, he just was like, cool with all the Usos and everything, and it was always love. So like, there would be, like, when I was younger, it would be like, they would, try to get up on me and, where you from, this and that, who are you, whatever. And then my dad would, holler at they OGs and everything and be like, hey, that's my son, you know what I mean? And they would tell them, and then they'll be like, oh, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So it was just like my and my uncle, who's from DVC, he was, he was cool too with all them, and it was like we was the only ones on Arthur Street. You know what I mean? And ever since then, it was just like, I knew them, and I had already, my whole family is Rips, so it was just like, that's just how it was. And then I became really close to Tip and Raider and all them. So it just all worked out, you know what I mean, to where I just been cool, and it ain't ever been no, you know what I mean, like trying to cross-contaminate or, you know what I'm saying, set people up and do all that weird stuff, or, you know, try to
It's a line for sure.
It's just always been solid, you know.
That's right. There's like a hand select few of my lovers that I know that I could really feel like, damn, they get love from both sides.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a beautiful thing, man. And that's a big, like, kind of not so much a personal journey, but I guess kind of like in terms of things that I want to like be better about when it comes to the city. It's just that unity, because that shit really dead for real. Like,
yeah, I think it's kind of moving towards that way. You know, like a lot of people are being, you know, like it's just about who you know. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you know, like how my pops was cool with both sides. You know what I mean? Like it kind of helped me be able to wiggle how I wanted to. And then now it's like my kids will be cool because, you know what I mean? So it's like more the generations grow and people, you know, get on the same page of just, you know, everybody being cool. And like you said, that stuff is pretty much deaded now to where it's like it ain't even worth it. You know what I mean?
There's a couple cool things you could take from it, man, like loyalty and things like that. But then all the other, like, it's just kind of like we talking about, man, it's dead in the water to me.
Right.
All right, so let's get into the next phase. Tell me about the music and the merchandise and, you know what I mean, that kind of entrepreneurial side. Like, when did that start developing in your life?
So I've always been rapping. Like my Uncle Slim taught me how to rap when I was 3. So that's always been, you know, a part of my life. And music has always been a part of my life. Just my grandma, you know what I mean? She always had the oldies, you know what I'm saying, going. And that, like, for real, like, it's super therapeutic to me. You know, when stuff gets stressful, I'll throw on some oldies and I'll kind of zone out and mellow out and, you know, have that nostalgic feeling of, you know, grandma back in the day. And it just, you know, it's therapeutic.
Absolutely.
But not until I was, I want to say, out of high school, I really started getting serious. Okay. And making music, you know, and at that time I feel like everybody kind of started at that same time. Like when I was doing the compilation, it was like John Gibbs, Quick Shot, T Nasty, my brother John Gibbs, Manny, Tehran, Fly J, who was just like a monster on the mic. But and then ever since then, like, I did the compilation, and then after that, kind of started getting a little buzz around the city.
There it is.
And then after that, I did a album with my brother, Oceanography, and then that kind of, you know, kept on pushing up. And then just recently, just linking up with my boy Rev, and just, you know, we was knocking out songs, and I was like, man, let me just put something out. Yeah. And then I put out that Thank You God. And then that's when I started linking up with Andres. And, you know, he started doing videos for me here and there, and, you know, little clips and stuff. And that's when stuff really started, you know what I mean, started moving. Going. Yeah, just
shout out to the guys.
Yeah, just because they got their stuff going, and then people were seeing me more. Because I was really lacking, you know, that video side of it, just because I was always coaching hoop or working, you know what I mean?
That
so
part of the content is super important, too. Yeah.
And then once COVID hit, me and my boy Manny and my brother Keezy, F Neff, we started doing music, like, tough, because there was nothing else to do. Tight. You know what I mean? And then that gave us the content, and then it just went from there.
That's right. Yeah. The merchandise, keep going. Beautiful message.
Yeah.
I need to hear it. That's a beautiful message for sure.
The Don 3 Keep Going is pretty much, you know, the more, because I work with kids who deal with trauma. You know what I mean? I feel like God placed me there due to, you know, the stuff I went through and my resilience and stuff, getting through all the trauma. But that message is pretty much just like, you know, we go through things as humans, and you can really only do 2 things. You could, like, let it drown you. You could let it, you know, take you. you know, just like deaths and you know, relationship stuff and, you know, parents, you know, a lot of people go through divorces or parents splitting up and, you know what I mean, having to deal with all that stuff, and then just everyday life, you know what I mean. In school, there's just, especially nowadays, I mean, there's always social media or, you know what I'm saying, people talking about you or this and that, and really, like, if you let that stuff get to you, it's really gonna put a halt to your vision, you know what I mean. And we all have a vision, we all have dreams, and we all want to do them, and like, that's it. Like, you know, you just got to keep going. Whatever your dreams and your passions are, you just got to focus on that. Just do what you love, no matter what people say, because they gonna say stuff, and you just got to keep going. Just keep going.
That shit beautiful, bro. Like, A, you talking game. B, when motherfuckers coming out with their merch, bro, I've been noticing a trend is that people put like a paragraph of a message on the back. You know what I'm saying? And it's some cool game too. But the fact that your messages keep going and it's big and it just says it all with 2 words, you know what I'm saying? Like, it hits. So that's like, I respect that.
That's what I try to do too as well. Is, you know, I feel like the less is more. Yeah. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And growing up, like, being around all the OGs that gave me game, you know what I mean? And even just, like, I'm a big fan of quotes. Yeah. You know, and my favorite ones are, like, the simple ones. Yeah. You know what I mean? And sometimes it gets, like, cliche or whatever, but it's real. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's real.
Damn, that's beautiful, bro. I love that shit.
Yeah.
We're getting
it's
into...
on me, right?
Yeah, it's on you. Okay. We're getting into an era that I'm noticing where the town is starting to give back to itself in terms of, you got the head coaching position at El Camino. Right. Coach Fale got the head coaching position at Oceanside. Huge. You know what I'm saying? And
I just seen that the other day, and I seen his interview on KUSI. Okay. And I was just like, man, like, I don't know Fale personally. Okay. But what's crazy is, when I was coaching at Palomar, he had just got over there and was coaching at Palomar. Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. So I ran into him, and I always see, you know, 760, this, and
big,
that.
Major,
you know what I mean?
Major, super major in the city.
It's just like, I always see him, but then now he got the job, and then, you know, he was talking about, you know, like, it's just God's timing. Like, everything he said, I just felt him so much, because that's exactly how I feel about, you know, me getting this job. Okay. Yep.
That's a beautiful, what's it called? Parallel. Right. Parallel. Right. And that Palomar kind of lifted y'all up to get this position.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. And then, you know, we're still young. Yeah. And all the years that we have ahead of us, like, even though Oceanside went 0-10 last year, and even though I'm an El Camino Wildcat, like, I'm rooting for them to have an outstanding year because he's in there. You know what I mean?
It took me a little bit, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was big on the rivalry, you know what I'm saying, especially when I went here. So when all my homies started reposting that Coach Fale got the job, and I know Coach Fale. I used to work out with, you know what I mean, 760. Yeah. I'm just hesitant on that Go Pirate lifestyle. I'm not there yet. But,
right.
But awesome town.
It's more of like Go Fale for me. You know what I mean? Because I respect him as a coach, and I see what he's doing for the community in the football. And that's kind of the same thing that I'm doing with basketball. Yeah. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, like when you just said that right now in terms of, like, y'all are young, that kind of just brings some lights, because I'm used to seeing Ray Johnson. Exactly. Like, and Carol, obviously respect to the OG, right. And Carol's old ass, you know what I'm saying? But like,
NCIF.
Y'all motherfuckers is coming, man. And
you know, it's our turn now.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I love that. Yep. Yeah, shout out Coach Fale, man. We about to get him on the episode absolutely soon. Yep. That's crazy. All right, so we about to get into like that whole journey, man. How did the interview process go, and like, did you have to call in some connects? Like, what was it looking like? Good move.
So
good move.
What happened was, I was at Palomar, and I was like in a dilemma because my boy who coached me at Palomar was supposed to get the job there. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just be his assistant, you know, be there. I didn't really know if I wanted to go back to high school.
Wait, go back. Your boy was about to get the job here?
At Palomar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was gonna stay his assistant. We had already been talking about it, but we also talked about, you know, he's like, would you ever go back to high school? I'm like, it'll probably be only if it was El Camino. That's the only, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like it all it all just came in, and it was crazy because I talked to Ray Johnson. I went to my cousin Lorenzo's funeral, and I walk in, and the seat that's open is right there next to Ray Johnson.
Dope.
So we talking, and then, you know what I mean, like, long story short, at the end of us being there, he's like, you know, just get your resume together, get everything together. I heard the job is supposed to be opening, so I'll let you know.
Yeah.
And sure enough, he called me. He said, hey, it's open. Go get it. So
yes, sir.
I came, did the interview. And they called me 2 days later and was like, we're offering the job.
That's dope.
Yep. So.
Damn. Hand in the glove, man. Fit how exactly like it was supposed to.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember the town went crazy when you got that too. I remember hearing like everybody was just like, "Oh yeah, Don 3 over there at El Camino doing his Dougie." I seen that coming. I don't know why I didn't do that, but so we do this to there, to there, to that, to that. You know what I'm saying? But now let's keep her alive. Ooh. What's the transition been like in terms of? Kind of having to, you know what I mean, put the polo on and come correct. You leading students and stuff, like, versus, you know, kind of just being a cool cat from the city and kind of moving around. What's that little like transition to be, you know what I mean, kind of the face of a program?
Yes, I mean, I was literally doing this at Palomar.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, okay. I was pretty much. O'Neal, he retired actually last year. So like the 3 years leading up to that, he was kind of just like coaching me up and telling me, look, you're going to be running the practices, you run the offense, all that. So I was just, you know, I've been doing this. It's just like now I'm in that head seat, and it's way different. It's way different. But this year it was, you know, like I set my foundation of my work ethic and what I want.
Expectations.
And my guys responded, and, you know, like, it was really just learning the kind of like the politics of it.
Oh, okay.
And in our league, it's still like, it's a gauntlet, bro. And
it's
like
body.
LaCosta, Dave Cassaw, and Torrey, John Olive, like, they're still old school coaches that have built their program. They're 20 years in.
Tight.
So that you can see the structure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, just my first year getting it in, like, you could see the glimpses of it, but it's still not as disciplined.
I hear
it's
you.
Still not as you know what I mean?
Foundationally
programmed.
sound, yeah,
Exactly.
like built, yeah.
But I'm really
but we
just
going. It's coming.
Right, it's coming.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I feel like I really got a head start. You know what I mean? To being that. You know what I mean? Before new coaches come in at those schools. You know what I'm saying? Carlsbad has a young coach, and they have a very good team. But that's pretty much the only young one that's like my age. A lot of them are still have, you know,
that Ray
older
Johnson
coaches.
Generation.
A little bit under Ray, not necessarily Ray, but like a little bit under. But it was just a great season, just learning the ins and outs and the coaches, and I had just tons of support. Like the coaches in my league, I played against them as a player.
Damn.
So I'm talking to them, and they're like, they had, the utmost support for me. Just like,
dope.
You know, anything you need, let me know. They're sending me film, you know, just telling me like, like, you got, even when we were about to play San Diego, they're texting me like, hey coach, go get them tonight. Damn. I know you guys could get them, this and that. You know what I mean?
That's
and
beautiful.
That stuff is beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
So it was great.
Programming.
Yep.
Programming.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna have to sacrifice that bad boy right there, to be honest. Oh yeah. I have one for you. Oh shit. This is the part of the interview where I'm letting the game. The game.
He like, hold on, I gotta.
Yeah, I gotta lock in.
Focus in.
I gotta lock in.
Yeah.
So for the folks at home, man, Don 3. Since we played that game at the park on Hood Day at Melba, I've been chasing bro down because I love a good game. So I'll always be looking for bro, like, hey, let's get a game in, Yep. And I'll be busy, he be busy, but when it finally does line up, we be getting it in. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. And I've never won. I've never won, which is crazy because I really be playing for real. I'm not saying I'm like that, but I really be playing for real. And it's no bueno. It's super no bueno. Yeah, no, she's a goner. She's a goner. she's about to go for sure. Oh.
There you go.
All right, so let's talk about Endgame, man. Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
We got this going on right now. El Camino Hoops. What is, you know what I mean? When it's all said and done, legacy, like hoops, music, all these different lanes that you occupy. I don't know, man. That's it's a really loaded question, but if you had to, you know what I mean, speak on it, what would you think?
My biggest thing is like that saying, keep going. You know what I mean? I just want to be an inspiration. I want to be an example. You know what I mean? That, like I said, whatever you want to do, like your dreams and your passion, just go for it. Yeah. Because I've had a real tough time choosing between like hoop and music, and getting this job kind of made it even harder. You know what I mean? But I've had a lot of support in that, and people just like, just keep making music. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what they say. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, I'm not rapping about killing people. I'm not rapping about, you know what I mean? Like anything violent or beefing with nobody. And that's how I'm gonna keep it. You know what I mean? Just game. Just motivational music. Feel good, smooth. You know what I mean? Playeristic. You know what I mean? But that's just it, man. I really want to help people succeed. Obviously, a goal now is to, get somebody to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Get somebody to the NBA and then have them come back and give the community and just keep on building, young people up to chase their dreams and make their goals.
I hear you.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Yep.
That's dope. El Camino Hoops, man, I'm so happy that you're the one taking care of it from now on. Because when I was over here, class of 17, that's all we had, man. We had football. We didn't even care about the football games because we was not even like that. We had basketball games. We had dance shows. And I feel like historically El Camino's basketball program is exactly that. It's what we got. It's what we got. Oceanside got football. We got, the basketball.
Yeah, the good news is football is back on the rise. I went to every game pretty much this year, and we had a really good team, good defense. Just need to get the offense on one accord. But next year, I think they should be open division for a CIF championship.
Let's make it. Ooh, that's
both
crazy.
Basketball and football. Bring it back.
What? What's going on with the student? Like. Obviously, I'm over here with it, so it's not even like what we should be chirping on. But I just be noticing the energy's not kind of how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, even for football, like, we weren't that good, but we was booming. And then, like, at the basketball games, we for sure was locked in.
I feel like nowadays the social media has made everybody, like, friendly and, you know what I mean? Like, we would talk to our players about this during the season. Like, you guys are here reposting players that we about to play on Friday. Like, we would never do that. We was ready to kill him. Yeah. Like, we didn't care who he was, or we would just, you know what I mean, like that competitive edge. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's kind of dropped off to where it's like they don't really care if they win or lose. Like, they're gonna go give their all, but the outcome is not really important.
Very interesting.
Yeah, like there was some games that we lost and guys were like laughing in the locker room. And we had to be like, hey, this is not what we doing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, going back to the changing that culture and that program. You know what I mean? And it's like they're only gonna do what they've been doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's just the biggest thing.
Until they told not to tight.
Exactly. Yeah. And why? That's the biggest part.
Okay.
Like, you gotta, like, a lot of coaches, I feel like nowadays struggle with, you know what I mean, the like connection with them, because they're not telling them the why. You know, it's just like, you can't just, this generation is different to where you just can't yell at them and harp on them. Yeah. You gotta be really thorough and be like, hey, look, this is why. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they'll get it. You know, they're very smart and advanced, but I feel like they feel like they're more advanced, but at the same time missing the fundamentals. that we lived on.
I'm low-key picking up like kind of exactly what you're putting down.
Fundamentals, and they're lacking the fundamentals, but they got the everything else.
Yeah.
So it's just I feel like that's it's the coach's job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
Absolutely.
to find that medium to where the foundation and the fundamentals can match up with the talent and you know what I mean, the work ethic and everything.
Man, I'm excited. Oh, I'm so excited, man.
Yeah.
Oh. We're about to wrap it up in a little bit here. We hitting that mark, man. You got any last little pieces of game for the people?
I mean, it's all in the episode, man.
Yeah.
Like just rewind it,
rocking with it,
and just get the gems. You know what I mean? But with that being said, I feel like before I got this job, God really placed me in a position to get more into books.
Okay.
And I still listen to books. I don't read them. I do better audio visual, so I have the Audible app and I listen to books. And I feel like that right there is the best advice I can give anybody. Like the gems of life are in the books. So just, buy the book or get the Audible app and try to, start a book and finish it and read every day. And the brain is a muscle. Yeah. And knowledge is the only way to strengthen it. So, just that's it right there.
Man. Yeah. I appreciate you for your time.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Been nothing but a pleasure. I'll be around the city because I need my run backs, bro. It's looking ugly for me right now already. Shit. But to the people back at home, man, y'all come check us out. MadStrange new series, Town Talks, hosted by your boy Truly. Thank you for coming out. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, buddy. I don't know what time that's looking like, but
you went over, but you're good, bro.
Okay.
You're good. We're at 29 on this one.
Shit. All right.
Yeah, it's right in there.
All right,
It's gonna look good.
We rocking?
Yeah, it's gonna look really good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're gonna speed around this one. I'm gonna see what's up with Shorty.